Hi everybody, I'm Morgan Crosbie from Finch Chevrolet in London, Ontario, Canada, and you're watching Cars and Crosbie. Birds are chirping, the sun is shining, Corvettes are here, and my Corvette is here, and we're going to talk a lot about Corvettes today in particular. Another back-to-back Corvette episode. I haven't done that in a long time. I couldn't be happier. You know, I don't know if it's just the fact that the sun is out and I'm getting some vitamin D naturally now, and my Corvette is on the road and I'm able to listen to the Rolling Stones, you know, with the window down because it's in the teens today. It's also St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure there's a little bit of Irish in me, and I'm going to use that as an excuse to have some Guinness today. So yeah, what more could you ask for? A really hot day on St. Patrick's Day. Your Corvette is out. I have Corvettes coming in. I have Corvettes coming out. And we're going to talk to you guys today about getting ready for the road in the spring. It's the easiest thing to do because I'm doing it right now, so why not document it? So today's episode is going to be all Corvette related. I've got a great one coming your way. Oh, just breathe it in. There's a lot of sights that I'm proud of in this pan right now. The cars that we have all loaded up, the XT5s and the pickup trucks, is a really good way for you guys at home to know what's coming into the dealerships, because we're pretty much as uniform as it gets in terms of vehicles, because we're all four brands. So Chev, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC are all sold. So I am a really good litmus test for being able to see what the market and the factories are pumping out. And a couple of things to note. Tennessee finally having our XT5s shipping. I have 22 on their way in. I had 9 arrive and I've already delivered 4 of them. The XT5 in particular is a vehicle that I own for my wife, and I just did a flip on it. So I was able to get her out of her 21 and into a 22, and I documented the whole thing on a full feature episode that you'll be seeing in a bit. It's a full hour long because it's going through everything you need to know about the XT5 if you're considering to purchase it, including what I did to it, and I went even crazier than last time. Just to give you a hint of how crazy it is, I put Z06 brakes on my wife's XT5. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. I hope you guys enjoy the episode when it comes out, probably on Sunday. I'm just going to finish the filming of it probably right after this. I'm going to scoot these puppies out here, and I'm going to get my wife's XT Fizzle right in here with the beautiful spring sunlight. I don't even know if it is spring yet. I think it might be, but yeah, that's coming up on the episode. Trucks are starting to come in from our Flint, Michigan plant. They're starting to come in from our Fort Wayne plant, and we also are seeing some come in from the St. Louis plant down in Mexico. So if you are getting a half ton or a full ton, your trucks are finally arriving, and these are trucks that we place orders on in the late fall, early winter. So October, November, December, that's when these trucks were being ordered. So, you know, again, if you're seeing something land right now, that doesn't mean that the environment that you're going to be looking at is going to be the same as what I'm ordering right now. It is a Thursday. I will try to sneak in if I have some time before I want to upload this upload this episode about what's going on. But I'm going to be frank with you guys. We're not getting the numbers that we were getting even a few months ago. So we are starting to see another dip. That gust fall turned into a calm day. I hate to say it. For example, 2 weeks ago, we only got 5 vehicles, which is not something that I'm proud of, but you got to document the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to be your on-scene live reporter for all of it. So let's go on to Sunshine and Rainbows, because I have a Corvette that landed. This is not a Cars and Crosbie Corvette, but we're still going to document it and do the full breakdown of what's going to be going down on this vehicle. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about spring driving in particular, because I just took my Corvette out. I do have my Corvette insured all year round. I am that crazy Canuck that took my Corvette in the snow, and I do have the fanciest snowmobile known to man. This thing has heated steering wheel, heated seats, a Bose sound system. I don't know a lot of snowmobiles that have that. And this thing acts exactly like a snowmobile when you have the Michelin Alpine tires on it. We're going to talk about tires because there is a Z51 package on this one, and I have an all-season package on this, even though mine is a Z51. So I'm going to give you guys a direct comparison of what the tires are all about. And I think that's enough for one episode. So let's get right into it and start unpacking this girl right here. This is an Elkhart Lake Blue Z51 Coupe, and it is a 3LT with the Sky Cool Gray. So not only do we have a back-to-back Corvette episode, but we have a back-to-back 3LT Sky Cool Gray interior episode. There is only one variation between these two Sky Cool Gray interiors, which you will see on the Red Mist Metallic. The Red Mist Metallic is going to be, I already delivered it, but we're going to show you the Red Mist Metallic final delivery as well in this episode, probably right after this segment. So the Sky Cool Gray is a 3LT, which means that you have suede. Now, one difference between the coupe and the convertible, this has got a cool stitch design on the coupe and it doesn't on the convertible. Also, this is a solid leather interior on this, whereas the other one that we have is a 3LT with the suede. We're gonna go in a lot more about that when we do the delivery part on the Red Frost Metallic 3LT convertible that we had. Elkhart Lake Blue, I've always said that this is a really great combination when you get these. And as always, we're gonna look at the door here and you'll see a good idea of what this car's color palette is about when you look at the door. I don't wanna take any of the wrapping off because A, this is not my vehicle or my customer's vehicle, and B, if it's a Sky Cool Gray interior, we wanna keep it as protected as possible, which we'll also go into more detail about on the Red Frost Metallic one. So we got Sky Cool Gray, which is right here. There are some new variations of it. You can get one that has strike yellow on the bolsters. That is a pretty cool look and a very rare option, as not a lot of people are that daring with their interiors, and I encourage people to do that. This is one of the things that I really try to get people motivated to do, is to kind of express themselves and not feel that they're going to have to be penalized if they ever wanted to sell their vehicle because of how exotic they are. You know, no one's gonna scoff at somebody because they have a yellow Lamborghini, so why do you have to be judged and feeling like you're gonna be ostracized if you have a yellow Corvette? Get out there and get what you want, and I'm gonna help you guys in getting that. If you're following along the channel, that's what I do best. So 3LT, meaning that all the creature comforts are loaded up to the max with a hand-wrapped leather interior on here. The Z51 means that this has got a more aggressive tire on it. This is a Pilot Sport 4S. Power steering on this should still allow me to do a bit. Yeah, I can get a bit of it with this. And what I'm gonna show you guys, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to make multiple cuts on this episode, is what the differences are between the Michelin all season tire, the Pilot Sport all season, and the Z51 tire. There we go, and get my workout on my right hand today. Okay, so brand new tire, about 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers on these puppies, so pretty accurate comparison. And what we see in particular on the Pilot Sport 4S is a compound and a very aggressive tread pattern on the outside right here. So, or sorry, on the inside, you're seeing a very aggressive tread pattern. On this, you're gonna see, this actually has a softer compound than the Pilot Sport 4S, is because when you're in low temperature conditions, winter tires, and oh wow, look at this. Perfect timing. There's a winter tire right here. Winter tires actually have a softer compound than most performance summer tires. And the reason why is because when you're trying to get in contact with the road, they want a soft compound to be able to have that be pliable enough to get in there and grip the road. They want to get as much contact with the road as possible. And one of the main reasons why they always tell you to change your tires is because you will wear out a summer tire very aggressively if you drive them in the summer. Sorry, you'll wear out a winter tire very aggressively if you drive them in the summer, because they're a soft compound and they wear out very easily. So that's one of the reasons why they tell you that you need to change your tires instead of just leaving them on. Now, the other thing that this all-season tire has is something called drainage sipes, and these are them right here. These are gonna allow it so that when there is a weather condition like water or slush or stuff like that, that it can get that water out from underneath the tire as fast as possible. And you don't see that on this. You see, you know, you do see some drainage little areas right in there, but it's not as aggressive as it is on the all-season tire. And that's because, you know, the engineers behind this are anticipating that you're going to be driving this for the most part in good, favorable conditions. I have been in torrential downpours, especially in Kentucky. There's some really cool, you know, torrential downpours that happen, and it's fine. You're going to be able to make it. I wouldn't suggest doing, you know, 100 miles an hour when you're going through one of those, especially if you have to go full blast on the windshield wipers. It's probably a good thing to reduce your speed. So the compounds are different in these. The amount of things that they have on the tread to be able to get the water and slush and stuff out from your tire is the other big difference. And you should be looking at changing the tires around if you're like me and you have multiple steps when the average temperature of the month, or I guess maybe even the week because it changes so fast, is above 7 degrees Celsius. So I apologize for you Americans, the Yanks. I'm not very accurate. I know that 0 degrees Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. So let's say that it's about 15 degrees Fahrenheit more than 32. I'm already getting lost in the math here. Someone in the comments section, I'm sure, will be able to do that, and I'll pin it to the top at what the average temperature of 7 Celsius is in Fahrenheit. Once it's above that, that's where the compounds start to change in characteristics. Your summer compounds are going to be more favorable because they have an optimal, they're optimal at a higher temperature, and these ones are optimal at a lower temperature. So swap them out. But for right now, I'm going to keep these all season sets on. I know I love my Vossens, but I'm going to take safety into consideration over aesthetics and keeping the original Trident spokes that I painted in black on here. Now, the reason why I pointed that out is because this here is the split spoke rim from the factory, or wheel from the factory, that has carbon flash metallic as an option. And as you can see, and I've pointed out many, many times, there's a machined face on here that I'm not a big fan of because there's really nothing on here that's going to be chrome that's going to go with that, or a high luster finish like a polished aluminum. So what I did is I got mine in sterling silver Tridents. It was only an $1,800 option to do it that way instead of getting the LPO black ones, and then I powder coated them black. Same thing here. I would suggest just getting the base wheels for $0 and then powder coating them black if you're trying to get that complete look. I'm all about that look. I want to make it so that when you look at this thing, you go, hey, was that an addition or something like that? You know, you want it to look like it's all consistent in its design language. And that, in my opinion, is a good thing to have. So I hope you guys enjoyed that component. We are going to go do the Red Mist Metallic one right now, and then we'll bring it to a close on this episode with some talks about what's going on in terms of orders and all that kind of stuff in the logistics with General Motors at this current moment, because it is a Thursday. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, it snowed overnight. Kind of a little disappointed about that because I was hoping to be able to bring this outside and show you behind door number 1. Check it out, guys. How awesome does that look, all ceramic coated up? Red Mist Metallic, I tell you, man, it does it for me. These are some fluorescent paint lights. This used to be a paint bay before we turned it into an undercoat bay. And it's a really good opportunity to see it, what it would look like inside under a showroom kind of lighting condition, or at a car show. Now, I don't want to bring this outside and take the top off. So out of respect for the customer, not videotaping it when I'm doing the delivery, because this is all about him when we're doing the delivery, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the top off in here. Hopefully it has the same effect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the lock button just to wake her up. Then we're gonna hit the unlock button and hold this down right here. And as you will see, the top will come up. Your suede little tonneaus will come out. The hard top will fold in. 16 seconds later, this will come down. And there is your first look at a sky cool gray suede 3LT Z51 hardtop convertible in Red Mist Metallic. This is a cool car. I don't think I could pull it off in terms of my lifestyle, especially going to car shows and doing all the things that I do. Obviously, we're gonna insert the reference to Costco and a hot dog and a mustard on it. You gotta have the mustard, guys. No mustard, no hot dog for me. Get the window sticker out of here so we get the full contrast of the seats. I'm digging it. This guy has some extremely heavy hitter Corvettes and vehicles. Like, I'm talking like the Duesenberg of old school vehicles, and maybe even a Duesenberg one day. I don't even know if he has one, but he's got 69 Camaros. He's got all the old stuff, old school Model Ts, old school, short box Chevs, and also some new school stuff. He has a Tesla Model Y. He has a deposit, and he's waiting for his Tesla Roadster. So he's a car aficionado. And one of the things that I mentioned last time on the episode when we were featuring it in the beginning parts is I feel like this would still be at home if it was in a classic car show or any kind of car show and there was a classic car behind it or beside it. And it to me looks like it would fit in with that kind of classy, iconic look. I am an old soul when it comes to cars. And one thing in particular that I really have a soft spot for are interiors. Back in the day, I feel like interiors were designed in a way that we don't see very often in this day and age. And I get that kind of vibe that this was almost like a custom coachwork build when I look at this interior and I look at the fit and finish that goes into this type of vehicle. I'm really impressed by it. I'm just gonna open this door up so you guys can take a quick look. Now I have some protective seat coatings that I'm gonna be putting on this when I drive down there, just in case if there's any dirt on me here. But we also fabric guard every single square inch of this interior so that if there is something that happens to get on it, like let's say some dirty water or something, it's not even gonna get embedded into the suede, it's gonna glance right off. So I'm gonna deliver this now, put it in the car hauler. I got the car hauler on the other side of this door over here that I'm gonna drive it into so that it stays as pristine as possible when we're doing the delivery. I was excited to be able to show it to you guys outside, but unfortunately, Canadian weather has caught up with us. We had a wicked fall. No snow, no nothing, all fall. And now in the spring, or I guess maybe it's not even spring yet, I'm getting spoiled and I'm wanting it sooner than later and it's not here yet. So we're gonna go on to the next vehicle and I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful, classy red Mist metallic. All right, I just got word on what our allotment is for this Thursday. We got 13 vehicles, which again, we averaged about 50 on a good week. So 13 is not nearly what we were hoping for, but if you were just listening before, I got 5 vehicles about 2 weeks ago. So that's over double what I got before. I did get 1 Corvette. So if you're on my Corvette list, you could knock yourself down 1 more slot. And congratulations to the person that's getting their Corvette now. I got a Yukon XL, I got a Canyon, 2 Terrains, light duty pickup truck and a Chev, 2 or 3 XT4s, a CT4, and a couple other things that I think are already pre-sold. Now, one thing that I am starting to notice, and it just is a healthy tip if you guys are looking at purchasing a vehicle, sometimes when we get these vehicles that are locked in down the road back in October and then we forget about it because it's being built, by the time it comes in for arrival, sometimes these deals fall apart. And this is a perfect example. I have no idea how this is the case, but a fully loaded High Country Deluxe just came in and we didn't realize that the deal had fallen apart and no one had put it back to being available. This is an $82,000 High Country Deluxe Canadian. You got the upgraded machined wheels on here. I absolutely love. I didn't think I would from the factory, but when you see them in person, they really do a good job at accenting the vehicle. Now, one thing to point out, you know, in terms of me trying to save you some money, sometimes clicking every box is a bad thing. This is a perfect example of one. The Dark Essentials package on a black vehicle is a waste of about $500 American. There's black decals in here, black decals on here. You can't even see them. I would have suggested, especially if you got that nice machine face on here, that you would have forego the Dark Essentials package and give it a little bit more contrast, especially because the High Country is more of our traditional styled truck. And I think that the chrome versions of this, I can't believe I'm saying that this thing needs more chrome, but this is an example. If you're doing a black vehicle and then you're putting a Dark Essentials package on it, it kind of gets lost in the black and you really can't see it, and it's kind of a waste of your money. So there's a little healthy tip. That's what we got for this Thursday. Congratulations to the Corvette person on our list. Let's go to our conclusion and wrap this up. Just heading over to show you my wife's XT5. Got a train going on, and as I was talking about before, there's your test on how the economy is doing in Canada. We are pumping out steel car frames that are going to the States, guys. You guys are gonna take these and make some beautiful vehicles for us. But this thing's been going on for 5 or 6 minutes. It's just car frames. And new frame here, there is my wife's XT5. You guys are interested in learning about all the things that I did to it. I couldn't go without showing you guys on the channel. These are 6-piston Brembos that they barely fit on a 20-inch wheel. I can't believe that they got those to fit on there. It's incredible what they did out of the Tennessee plant. I did every single accent you can in black from the factory, and then I did every single accent that you can in black from the dealership, and we did a full episode that you'll see on my channel, hopefully this Sunday, of everything that's going on. I'm Morgan Crosbie from Finch Chevrolet. If you guys like this, hit the subscribe button and stay informed when I have more episodes coming in, especially right now. I'm a social Corvette specialist. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but where I'm going with this is that this is really my time to shine in terms of having a lot of people reach out to me that are looking at getting a new Corvette, and I'm really good at being able to connect people, and my inventory is changing quite fast. So if you're in the market for trying to get a Corvette, subscribe, because I'm going to be able to notify you when I have new trade-ins like I just did in my little lot update there. I'm going to make posts on my Instagram channel when I do have a new trade-in coming in. I did also make a sponsored ad asking for some trades, and I was completely overwhelmed with them. Kind of bit off more than I can chew, and I still need to go through all the inquiries. I had about 30 people that sent solid leads of Corvettes in, and I want to get back to each and every one of you guys, especially if you're looking at trying to trade in your Corvette, so I can feature it on the channel and connect somebody that's looking for a Corvette for the driving season that's about to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more awesome content, and happy motoring.